Hi there, it's Ben from Parker's Estate Agents in Spencer's Wood, and today I just really wanted to give everybody a bit of an update of what we feel has been happening with the housing market in the villages of 3 Mile Cross, Shinfield, Spencer's Wood, Arborfield, Farley Hill, Swallowfield and Risley over the last 6 months, and more importantly over the last 2 months. So, needless to say, the start of the year was an interesting time for everybody. Interest rates, people were talking about them, and actually the variable rate for a mortgage back on January the 1st was about 5% for the average person, and that was significantly higher than what it's been in many years previous. Fast forward to today, and based on a 75% loan to value, the current mortgage variable rate is actually only 5.59. So as much as the press are telling everybody interest rates are rising at astronomical rates, they really haven't risen that much in the last 6 months. And that sort of goes to show as well with what we've seen in the villages for property instructions, sales and actual price reductions. Over the last 6 months in the RG71 and RG29 postcodes, we've seen an instruction level of 289 properties in the villages. Of those, 190 of those have actually been sold, which equates to around about 65% of all properties coming on in the last 6 months going under offer. Now, that's good news, of course. Nobody expects to sell 100% of everything, but we must also point out that of those 190 properties, or 289 that came onto the market, 143 of those were reduced before going under offer, which is around about 49 to 50% of the marketplace, which we have seen consistent with not just the villages south of the M4, but across all the areas that our offices cover. Moving forward to discuss what's really going on with the local market and focusing just really on the last 2 months, we've seen lots of negative media talking about interest rate hikes and prices of everything being reduced. And yes, to a point, there is some truth behind that, but maybe not to the extent that people are being led to believe. For example, in the last 2 months alone, there's been 99 instructions in the village areas south of the M4. Of those, 60 of those 99 properties have gone under offer, which is a huge 60%. So we know that buyers are looking around at properties. And it will also be interesting to let you know that 33% of those properties are actually priced between 400 and 500,000, which still fits within the first time buyer and second time home mover area for the villages. So generally speaking, people are still getting mortgages, people are still moving, and we're starting to see this move forward, which is a great thing to say. However, we cannot deny the fact that the market has dipped off a little bit, and we have seen prices come down slightly, with 60% of all properties potentially having a price reduction before going under offer. So what I'd actually like to share with you is what we have seen ourselves in the local area in relation to property sales. Now, these statistics have been taken from Rightmove, and they were taken as of just this week, so they are fairly up to date. The most expensive property to go under offer in the last 2 months alone was a property at 1.9 million in the village of Risley. Now, we don't know exactly what price it's gone for, but the fact it was only on the market for less than 2 weeks would suggest it got fairly close to its guide price. The cheapest property, if we take out the shared ownership homes, was actually a nice 1-bedroom apartment at £220,000, which was sold by Parker's Estate Agents in the village of 3 Mile Cross. So you can see there we've got a nice range of properties coming on the market and going under offer at any given time. So there are buyers out there looking for homes, whether they are first-time buyers or families moving up to their dream property. A lot of people at the moment are using online valuation tools to gauge an idea of how much their property might be worth. Now, these are very, very good in part because they do give a fairly decent guide of what your home might be worth. However, they're not as accurate as we would like them to be, so the advice would certainly be give us a call or a separate email. We'd be happy to have a chat with you, or if you wanted us to pop round and just spend 15 minutes looking at your property to give you a much better understanding of where your house sits in the current market, we'd be happy to do that. And that's not just us. Speak to your local property expert to get the same advice. Over the next few months, nobody really knows what's going to happen with the housing market. It's fair to say we may well see interest rates increase a little bit more. We may see prices come down slightly further. However, what we can just say to you is that buyers are buying, and that's really, really important. For ourselves, we're looking forward to the Swallowfield show happening on the August bank holiday, the Sunday and the Monday. We're going to be down there ourselves, so if you are down, please pop over and have a chat. We'd love to see you.